Good afternoon and welcome to Bowls 360. Well, as you can see, Lee the Lord Such hasn't joined me today. We have some bushfires near where I live on the Royal Highway, so he's unable to get to me this afternoon. So I'll be flying solo today, so next week he will certainly be back and in the chair next to me. Let's have a look at the games. There are 6 games being played over this weekend. Should be a fairly hot weekend. We'll have a look at the heat rule too at the end of the program. Let's have a look at the games. First up, tonight's game, we see Cambridge taking on Doubleview. Head-to-head record there, 19-16 to Cambridge, and at Cambridge is it 11-7. Doubleview having their share of success at the venue over the years, so not as one-sided as one might think at a venue like Cambridge. It is 6th versus 8th. It just feels like the gap between the two teams is a bit bigger than that, though, the 6th versus 8th. In, Scotty Palmer's back for Wallace Manning, and for Doubleview tonight, McElroy and Surf come in for Lead and Yates. I think Cambridge will win this one. They're in a little bit of form at the moment. They have had a couple of good wins recently, so they should win tonight's game. They don't play too many night games at home, but I fancy them for tonight's game. Doubleview, really horrible weekend for them with 2 fairly tough games, and they really need to start winning in the second half of the year to get out of some strife there that they're in. But I can't see them doing it tonight. Entirely possible, of course, but I'm going to go with Cambridge for this one. Tomorrow's games, Leeming are playing Coburn. Have not met in the Premier League before. It is 10th versus 9th, our bottom 2 favoured teams to be demoted automatically. No changes at Leeming. Dinko Golem is back for Tony Krajancic. I'm going to go with the home side, Leeming here. I think their home ground form. There are always going to be some games at home that they would probably look to have won for the season, and this is certainly one of them. I think they'll probably both win the games they play against each other at home, so I'm going to go for Leeming in this one. Our next game is South Perth are playing Osborne Park at South Perth. The head-to-head record at South Perth, that is a real surprise there, isn't it? 10, 23 and 3 draws, but at the venue, even Aussie Park are holding the sway at South Perth 7-9. It is 2nd versus 4th, probably our match of the round. For South Perth, Danny Penman is back for Otto Dawson, and for Osborne Park, Tristan Masang also returns for Ty Vandertok. Tough game, but when they are head-to-head like this, 2 very tight teams, I tend to sway with the home ground, even though Osborne Park have got that huge advantage at South Perth, which is really surprising. But I'm going to stick with South Perth. They should win that head-to-head battle. Be interesting to see if they, with the temperature the way it is, they might try and play that tonight. I haven't heard any otherwise, so there may be some changes to play, which is entirely within the rules. We'll go through that in a minute, but as it stands, South Perth for me for this game. Our next game is Bassendean playing Sorrento at head-to-head 4 games each. At Bassendean is 3-1. It is 5th playing 7th, no changes at Bassendean. In come the Murray pair, Jeff and Tim. Out goes Taylor and Douglas. With all the upheaval we've seen at Sorrento, I'm certainly not going to take this game lightly as a Bassendean bowler. So beware of the wounded bull, as they say. So you just don't know what Sorrento will dish out. They gave us an absolute hiding at Bassendean last year. They beat us 8-0, so they're certainly capable of winning at Bassendean. Robbie Urquhart, as we mentioned last week, has joined the club and will be skippering this week. He didn't skipper last week. Greg Taylor was skippering. He's not playing this week. So, and that stat for Robbie Urquhart's obviously wrong with 0 win, 1 loss. He's played a lot more games than that as a skipper in the Premier League. But I'm going to stick with my side, Bassendean there. We should win. Probably a fairly comfortable game, but you just never know. We'll see what the day brings. Our second to last game, Mount Lawley are playing Cambridge in another really good game. First are playing 6th. Mount Lawley leading the head-to-head record 4-1 and a draw, and at Mount Lawley it is 2-1. Morris for Mount Lawley comes in. Daniel Trella, big loss for Mount Lawley. That'll suit Cambridge to a T. They'll love that. Cambridge up, as we mentioned, Palmer and Manning out. So I think even with Daniel Trella's absence, I still think Mount Lawley should win this game. They have got enough personnel there to cover someone of the quality of Daniel Trello. Mark Maisel will come in and skipper that rink, and he's a perfectly capable skipper, as you can see there from his record. 10 wins, 15 losses. He's not that shabby in the Premier League. I don't know who David Morris is, so I might get some more information about him from Matt Lawley, but I still favour Matt Lawley. Cambridge, as we saw against Osborne Park a couple of weeks ago, quite capable of winning away from home. But in this game, I'm going to stick with Matt Lawley to win. And our final game is Doubleview playing Manning. As I said, Doubleview had just a horror weekend, really, when they need to start winning games, to play Manning and Cambridge at Cambridge. Head-to-head record of 12-all with 3 draws, and at the venue is 6-all. So Manning certainly can play well at Doubleview. The venue won't scare them at all. It is 8th versus 3rd. And I've got the wrong Doubleview team there. I know Anthony Williams and Addy Wetzler are both not available for this game against Manning, which hurts them. Again, they really need to win. Having those two out for this game will hurt them a lot. Downey and Smith drops back. Downey back for Manning. Paul Smith, who came in and filled in for him last week, did a capable job from what I saw. He drops out. I'm going to stick with Manning for this game. I think they're in the top 2 for the sides this year. Matt Lawley, Manning seem to have cleared out a bit with their quality this year. I think there's probably 4 sides for the next 4, and then we've got the bottom 4 sides for the bottom 4. So Manning, this one, it'll be a close game, I think. Doubleview at home can't be taken lightly, but I'll just sway with Manning there in that game. Right, now let's look at our tips. With Sachi not here. Oops, that one. So last week, Sachi got 3 right. I correctly tipped Matt Lawley to beat Manning on the Friday night games. I've got 4 correct. I've gone ahead again, +1, 27-26. And this week, Sachi's gone Cambridge, Leeming, Osborne Park to beat South Perth at South Perth, Bassendean, Matt Lawley, Manning, so Aussie Park, South Perth, the only game we have different there. So as mentioned, we do have a hot weekend coming up, so I thought it might be a good opportunity to quickly run over the rules surrounding the heat. They made a new rule this year, Bolster Brave. The forecast temperature is 35 degrees or above on the Wednesday, which it was. It's forecast to be 38 tomorrow. Clubs have between Wednesday and Friday 5 p.m. tonight to contact clubs and finalise a change in time or a move to Friday night. Change in time means they can go up to 3:30 on Saturday. The game still has to be finished in order to get the Sunday Times results in. If you're going to make the change, you need to let Bolsover know by 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. So I wonder if any teams will do that. I haven't heard whether there are any clubs that have done it. I know of a side that tried and they were told no, so that's going to be played on Saturdays normal, but there might be other clubs that are willing to change it around. Let's quickly have a look at the way the heat rule sits. Alright, if a game is commenced and the temperature reaches 38 degrees or above, these procedures apply. So I think the rule these days is it's on your weather app, or the BOM app. If the BOM app at your venue is 38 degrees or above, then conditions 13.3 will apply. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Should the temperature reach 40 during play, then read 13.4 or above, conditions apply. If the forecast temperature is due to be 41 degrees or above, then the day will be abandoned. That's not happening this weekend. It's only going to be 38 both Saturday and Sunday, so play will be required to go on, but we may have some off and on play. Let's have a look at how that's going to work. After the commencement of play, when the temperature is 38 degrees or above, the umpire shall call the players off the green, and at the completion of your rink, and at the end of the last rink that comes off, a 10-minute rest period will apply. When that 10 minutes is up, players will then go back and play another 30 minutes. At the end of that 30 minutes, then another temperature check will take place. If it is still above 38 degrees, then they go back to the first 10-minute rest period, and then a 30-minute play after that. If during that period it hits 40, then the 40-minute rule applies. and I haven't got that on the screen, but the 40-minute rule really is you stay off until it gets under 40 degrees. So and I think it's for an hour and a half. So if it hits 40 degrees, that's not going to happen this weekend, but certainly it'll hit 38. So we could have some on-off periods during the game this weekend where we come off for 10 minutes, have a bit of a break, and then go out and play for half an hour. So just be aware of that this weekend. That's it for today. So stay cool. Take it easy on the green. We don't want any heat strokes or incidents on the green. So please take it easy. And if you're feeling hot, have a break. You're perfectly entitled to sit out for 5 or 10 minutes. Go and have a breather if you're feeling a bit heat stroked. So please take it easy, everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.